Da 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 da. Stop! Don't you copyright me? Nailyah Serenity. That's me. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nailyah Serenity. Come sit with me today. How y'all doing? Hey girl, hey. Today we are continuing on with our rising sign series. So we have done Aries rising, Libra rising, Scorpio rising, and now it is time for Scorpio's sister sign, Taurus. Hey, Taurus risings, how y'all doing? First of all, if you don't know what a rising sign is, like I said in my previous video, I cannot help you. The only way I can help you is if you go watch my rising sign video. You have to understand what a rising sign is before you can even understand what you are as a Taurus rising, what that means, okay? So that link is in the description box below. You should definitely go watch that along with all of my other Taurus related videos if you want to check those out. Taurus rising. So the rising sign being ruled by the physical body. With you being a Taurus rising, Taurus literally is the body. Now I understand that Aries rules the first house and the first house is the body. But when I think about Taurus, I think Mother Earth. I think everything physical, all the five senses. Okay, that's what you got to think about when you think of Taurus. So if you are a Taurus rising, it means you have a very strong physical body naturally. Okay. A good example of Taurus risings, according to the internet, might I add, because I don't have all these people's birth certificates and whatnot to see the time they were born. But good examples of Taurus risings are Meg the Stallion, okay? Megan knees, okay? Yes, she got them knees from working out, but at the end of the day, knees is bone. She got them good knees because she's a Taurus rising, okay? She's also a Mars Leo, which is a whole another video. But Meganese, babes. Another example of Taurus rising is Halle Berry. The Olsen twins as well are Taurus risings. Taurus risings also normally have pretty easy births. Like I said, when we're talking about the rising sign, we're literally talking about one aspect in your chart. You could have many other different aspects aspecting your first house or just aspects in your chart in general, aspects in your parents' charts that could affect the way your birth went, okay? But normally, Taurus risings have pretty easy births. If anything, they're probably just a big ass baby. Like it was just probably hard to push this big ass baby out. So you come into this earth seeming very grounded, kind of like you have it all together. Taurus risings could also like have a hard time growing up being comfortable in their body. It's like they can have a hard time being comfortable in their body, but that's one of the things that they learn how to do so that when they're grown, they are normally very comfortable in their body. One thing that I really appreciate about Taurus risings is, you know, Taurus is the Mother Earth. You get what I'm saying? So Taurus risings are normally very, very natural. They normally like the way their body looks, even if they don't like it. Say if there's, you know, a few insecurities that they have or want to change, at the end of the day, like they still are gonna rock their body, stretch marks and all, flabby parts and all. Like they know how to really adorn themselves. Once again, do not take this at face value, because at the end of the day, there could be other things in the birth chart that leads to, you know, them not accepting their bodies. But we are just talking about the textbook typical Taurus rising. Now get this, Taurus rising, similar to Libra rising, is ruled by the planet Venus. What is Venus, y'all? Come on. Venus is the planet of love, beauty, pleasures. So with you being a Taurus rising, it means that you are naturally beautiful. Everybody naturally beautiful in their own way, of course. But when someone's rising sign is ruled by Venus, the planet of beauty, you are going to naturally exude this very fertile, very sensual, very enticing beauty. It's easy for a Taurus rising to fit into a beauty standard. Not saying that they are the beauty standard. It's just that no matter what shape or form you come in, people will normally perceive this person as attractive. Taurus risings always wear a lot of brown, a lot of neutral colors when they're in their most natural state. you'll never really catch a Taurus rising changing up their style too much. They're going to be very consistent in the way that they look. A lot of Taurus rising women, similar to Scorpio risings, are very earthy and natural, and they don't really like to wear too much makeup. I actually know a lot of Taurus risings who don't wear makeup at all. Like, that's one thing they don't know how to do. And then when they do have it on their face, they're just kind of just like, I look weird. I don't look like myself. Like, I don't like that. Like, what's this under here? Like, why is it so bright? Like, they really like to look like themselves. Even if you have a lot of Taurus risings who like maybe glam is a part of their day-to-day life, you get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they're not going to go too crazy with the contouring and just the shaping of themselves. Like, they want to still look like them. Now, with a Taurus rising, you have Aries in the 12th house. Depending on how cuspy you are, those things could change. But like I said, the typical makeup of a Taurus rising is Aries in the 12th house. So the 12th house is the undoing. 12th house is what's been denied of you unconsciously. So with you being a Taurus rising, it's kind of like you were taught, so unconsciously taught that you expressing yourself was unacceptable. You're unconsciously taught that you expressing your anger was unacceptable. You being selfish was unacceptable. You doing things strictly for yourself was unacceptable. It's an unconscious feeling. So Taurus risings came into the mix like, okay, like I'm grounded, I'm chill, I'm neutral. Neutral is Taurus rising's defense mechanism because they were taught that they can't be this Aries, live out loud, I do what I want, I say what I want. But you kind of get away with doing what you want if you do it chill. If you're calm, collected, and cute, you can get away with anything. Let me explain that deeper. So, Taurus risings know how to make people feel comfortable. Taurus risings make people feel comfortable because they are so natural. They're very grounded in who they are. That's how they come off, right? But in reality, Taurus rising craves intensity. They crave realness, but they crave a little fight. You get what I'm saying? We have Aquarius in the 10th house right here. So these are the people who want to start a revolution. These are the people who are really, really intellectual, actually. And with this Aries on the 12th house, they want to start anew. So Taurus risings have Scorpio in the 7th house. Like I said, a defense mechanism for Taurus risings is to come off neutral. Okay? They come off boring sometimes, even at face value, when in reality they have this Scorpio 7th house. They know exactly what they're doing. You can catch a lot of Taurus risings like Mariah Carey, for example. Like I said, Halle Berry. They can be very sensual naturally, but they attract so much because this Scorpio 7th house, that sexual undertone about them is really, really, really powerful. Not only is it just sexual, you have to remember Scorpio is secretive. So even though a Taurus rising will come off very innocent or come off as if neutral, like you don't really pay attention to their motives too much. You don't really question their motives too much. They come off chill so that in secret, they can do what they want to do. A Taurus rising, you have to remember Taurus is the bull. It's very immovable. So if you're, for example, scolding a child and they give you no like emotion, right? And they're just like, I didn't do it. And you're just like, you know, you had to do it, but you're like, no, I didn't do it. And they're saying it so bluntly and their emotion is so immovable. It's like, okay, I don't know why we're talking about this anymore because I told you I didn't do yada, yada, yada. Like, and you're just like, okay, fine, you didn't do it. Get out of my face. They just got you. That's the Taurus rising. It's like I come off so neutral that you wouldn't expect anything out of me. So my Aries 12th house can finally live my life and be wild and free like I wanted to. And my 7th house Scorpio can live his best life too. Like, get up off of me. It's their defense mechanism. It's what they have to do. A Taurus rising is always going to be cool, calm, and collected in any kind of adversity. With Scorpio in the 7th house, Taurus risings are not afraid of uproar. They're not afraid of extremes. Hence why Aquarius is in the 10th house. These are the type of people who can lead organizations because they will always have a cool head no matter what's going on. Or at least they will appear to have a cool head. They will appear like they're chilling. And they know how to operate in chaos very well. They have Scorpio in the 7th house and Aries in the 12th house. What's going on internally, baby? Oh, it's wild in here. It is wild. For a Taurus rising, oh, is they going crazy in their mind. This is them all the time, with your unconscious mind being of an Aries, and then your 7th house, which is your opposite, which is really who you are, being the intense Scorpio. Then you got Gemini in the 2nd house. Like your mind is always on it. So you have learned how to be for your own safety, because a lot of people can't handle what's real. A lot of people can't actually handle what you see and what's going on in your head or what's going on in your reality. A lot of people can't handle that. You can't handle the truth. A lot of people can't handle that. So they don't need to. They need to mind their business. And the best way to get people to mind their business is act like you ain't got nothing going on. These people make for great business women and men. These people handle business very well because they have 10th house in Aquarius. Not only do they just handle business well, like I said, it's similar to Aries risings because their 10th house is in Capricorn, both ruled by Saturn, right? It's Aquarius though, so it's more inventive. They have different ideas. Like I said, they have Gemini in the 2nd house, and with the 2nd house being Taurus's house and then being rising Tauruses, their mind Tauruses. It's like their mind is a very valuable part of who they are. They think differently because they know how to sift out crap. They know how to handle pressure. And with that Aries 12th house, it's like you're taught that you are not allowed to look like you are freaking out. You're not allowed to look like you're being overwhelmed. You're not allowed to show your emotions as they are. You were taught to suppress it. Hence why the Scorpio 7th house is now created, because now it's just like, even though I'm coming off cool and collected, the intensity of what I feel is on a scorpionic level. The issues that I'm going through are actually on a scorpionic level, but I have no choice but to handle it like a Taurus. Yes, it's an explosion and a war happening outside, but you know what? You gotta eat. We can't fight the power on an empty stomach. You get what I'm saying? They know how to think clearly through chaos. So these people could have actually had kind of interesting home living situations, because with a rising Taurus, that means you have Leo in the 4th house. Your home life could have been very extra in a lot of ways. There could have always been some kind of drama going on, something always happening. to the point where it's just another day in the episode of your life and you're just kind of like, yep, that sounds about right. Oh, they're fighting again? Oh, yeah, sounds about right. Oh, great, we're having a party today. Oh, okay, sounds about right. Cool. Yeah, no, I'm cool. Oh, mom just threw a dish at dad. Oh, yeah, regular day in my life. It's fine. Like, everything, it's fine. Like, you're used to nothing excites you because you are used to this chaos, whether it be in your head, emotionally, or in your home. So yeah, these people are actually really, really strong. One thing people need to never do is underestimate a Taurus rising. Honestly, any Taurus placement, these are the placements you will underestimate and they will sneak up on you. The tortoise in the hare is a perfect Taurus versus, I don't know, maybe like Aries, Aries story. These people know how to complete a task and move on. And like, these people know how to keep living life through whatever life is throwing at them. These people are very resilient, hence why it boils down to, even in the physical reality, them having very strong bodies naturally. When I think of Taurus, I always think of Scorpio. So it's very similar to Scorpio rising. The only difference is Scorpio is going to give you more darkness, right? Scorpio is going to give you depth. Taurus is going to give you earth. You can't really see a Taurus depth. When you talk about Scorpio, it's more like a black hole. When you talk about Taurus, it's like as deep as the earth, but you can't see through it. You get what I'm saying? It's earth. So it's something you would have to dig up and dig and dig and dig and dig and dig. Hence why these people that you meet that are Taurus risings, you would really have to really get into them to really see what's actually happening within them. Because you could be talking to a Taurus risings for years and years and years, thinking that you know them and you know nothing about them. Because a lot of things that happen in their life, they won't describe it to you like it's something that big of a deal. But if you see it firsthand, you'll be like, God dang, this person is just skating through this shit. Like, this is kind of crazy. You don't think this is crazy? Because if it was me, I would have thought this was crazy. If you look at Taurus rising people on interviews, they're not dry, but they're not overly extravagant with the way they're presenting themselves. They're just very real, very earthy, very like, because you know how celebrities can be in interviews. They get really excited and they want to entertain the crowd and they want to, Taurus risings don't do that. They just chill. Very chill. If you are a Taurus rising, please comment down below. Tell me if this video resonated with you. Tell me about your experience being a Taurus rising. Once again, my name is Nailyah Serenity. Thank you so much for watching my video. I will have more videos on the way. Also, if you would like to book a reading with me, that link is also in the description box. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Love you, girl. Mwah. Bye. Nailyah Serenity. That's me.